So this is a little talk for those interested in doing well in content creation, as well as making good content, which I suggest you learn how to do first for all that journey. Another thing you need to know how to do is to market. And if you market your videos, this means having good thumbnails and good titles. With this in mind, and alongside the fact that YouTube Shorts are doing very well right now, I took the time to analyze over 100 different YouTube Shorts titles, just the titles this time. I do thumbnails and stuff a different time, and every single one had over 1 billion views. So obviously these are the best ones that I've taken the data from. So these are the 100 I think it's 100. I think it's just over 100 actually. So I went through a lot of these. I'm not gonna go through each one individually right now. I might post this list somewhere in case people want to have a deeper look into them, but I wrote them all down. But that's not what we're here for anyway. We're here for the conclusions. See, this is the information that I sort of came up with as a result. A lot of ones had the word how or how to in it. And obviously, it would be some form of tutorial or some form of explanation. It'd be some form of educational content. Now, it's down to you guys to interpret these buzzwords, hot words, keywords, and apply them to your own content. Put your own twist on it. If you're into Warzone, how to, I don't know, get a 5-kill streak with the car. That's a bit lame, but you understand the premise, don't you? The next one is using these 3 dots. I can't remember what the word is for these 3 dots, but I saw this quite a lot amongst the 100s. And I think the idea of a lot of these titles is to leave people feeling intrigued and curious, and putting these 3 dots is like, and then next what happened was, and you find out what happens by clicking the video. That's the point. So it's to leave you feeling curious, and it's and using this is a good way to make people feel that way. Okay, so one was like, streamers geography be like, and you're like, well, what is streamers geography like? I have to click this stuff. The next one is clickbaity. And the thing with clickbait is, I think a lot of us like to think that when we see something over the top clickbait, that it repulses us and repels us, and we sort of go, whoa, hang on a minute, I'm not clicking, this is too clickbaity. I think we've all been in that area, especially with like BuzzFeed titles, like when you scroll on Facebook or something. So over the top clickbait is something that I think a lot of people are aware of, but at the same time it works because it gets views. The proof is in the pudding. These things get numbers. And one thing that is clickbait is using popular figures, so Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and then obviously people in the content creation world too, like GM Hikaru, Bloodwig, XQC, Pokimane, Mr. Beast, all very, very popular people within the content creation world. I'd say at least half of the videos that had these people's names wasn't by that person. At least half. It might have been someone explaining a situation about something that happened on someone's stream. Or like, Pokimane reacted to Valkyrie news. Bullshit like that. It's not even by Pokimane. But these top guys do use their own name to clickbait too. So that is something to keep in mind though. Okay, the next one was expectation versus reality, and this one was the one I only saw a few times, but I do generally quite like it. And again, you could apply this to anything. If it was Warzone, for example, you could do a little skit about how you've had a busy day at work and your anticipation of having a good time with the boys on Warzone's going to be good, but the reality is you get fucking hacked on, you fucking time it out, the menus aren't working. However you want to do it, you can apply expectation versus reality to a lot of different content. I feel like it's quite an open umbrella. The next one, I found out, I was writing these down a lot and then I realized it was the same person doing it, and this person has a lot of shorts that have tens of millions of views, and it starts out with the 3 words, I found out. And then obviously you need to find something out that other people will be interested in too. Something intriguing, a big discovery. It could be something like how much streamers earned. That was a hot topic not too long ago. People are generally curious as to how much streamers earn. It was sort of public knowledge anyway, but the principle is there. Find something that you think a lot of people would be curious to know, and then apply that title to it. Simples. So the most and then extreme of something. So a lot of them were the tallest person, the richest item, the longest breath held. Again, these are sort of things that people would be generally curious about. How tall is the tallest person? How rich is the richest person? How expensive is the richest item? Blah 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 blah. Similar sort of principle to that I found out. Things that are controversial do well. One of my most commented TikToks of all time was me saying I didn't like Greg's. Now, I have deleted the TikTok since, but it got a lot of engagement, and if that's what you're looking for, go for it. There was one guy that did a there was one guy who did my vegetarian wife ate this, and it was him cooking 2 tacos, a meat one and a vegetarian one, and then him putting the meat grease on the vegetarian one, like as I was trying to convert from veganism to meat. But it was obviously clickbait, it's obviously bullshit, she obviously isn't a vegetarian. So clickbaity controversial stuff like that will do well. This is not a title, but I saw a lot of questions in titles, and again this gets people thinking and this gets people curious and intrigued. This will be something that contributes towards people clicking on your videos. And again, similar to expectation versus reality, we have point of view. And I feel like I've seen this a lot on TikTok recently, but I feel like point of view is a good one. My most successful YouTube short starts with pop. That's just an example. I think it was point of view, you're the carrier of the team, or something like that. And then again, people like, well, what is the point of view of the carrier of the team? Jane will click on that because she would know. Using the word fail. I saw the word fail a lot. I think people like to see misery. Don't really know how else to interpret this one. People failed is funny. I associate the word fail with people falling over. Or like trying to go for like a skateboarding trick, it don't quite work out. Videos on current news, drama, trends. I feel like I've sort of missed out on an opportunity here a little bit because in terms of me, my friendship and stuff, I was quick to learn about the Twitch boosted features that we're gonna introduce. And I feel like I already had my opinion on it and sort of understood the subject well enough to where I should have just done a video on it straight away. And you'll see that the big guys do videos on current trends and stuff like that. You know, look at Squid Game. Squid Game became popular, and then somebody did TikTok about it, played it in Rebirth, and it did very well. You'll see a lot of Squid Game stuff coming out. If you think something's about to blow up and become popular, you should just jump on the trend. Like Mr. Beast is doing Squid Game. I think Moist Critical did Squid Game, and then the same thing applied with like Fall Guys and Among Us and these things. So this is more like a trends one. But then doing videos talking about recent news, recent drama, that sort of stuff will do well. Just before we get into it, I'd only done 100 shorts, and this is only an analysis of 100 shorts that got over 1 million views. With this being said, and the recommendation algorithm being a thing, I saw a hell of a lot of cooking videos. Don't know if that's just me, don't know if that's popular amongst everyone, but I saw a lot of them, and a lot of them were steak, how to cook a steak. Gordon Ramsay reacted to my steak. A lot of it was preparation too, so things like this is how a Five Guys burger is made, this is how a Costco pizza is made. So it was like almost tutorial like up to. I put making here, and then show the process, the highs and lows. Making stuff and showing the process of how you made it, explaining how you made it, and then explaining how when things went wrong, what you could do better next time, and doing it in a positive manner is also content that does very well. Also, one of them was making a pretzel at Subway, making a Subway Hot Pocket. But this could apply to anything. You could do something at home. And then the last one we have is videos about money. And again, this sort of ties into a few of the other popular titles we discussed before. I think money is a concept that most people are curious about. So when you make a video about money, I think people will click on it. You have noticed over the past few years, if you've been into YouTube for a very long time, that videos that have a money amount in the title will do well. I think that's a lot of why Mr. Beast, well not a lot, part of why Mr. Beast has success is because he spends a lot of money, and he has a lot of money in the titles of his videos. But then you have things like how Jeff Bezos spends £1 billion, how much streamers make, how much vending machines make. There's a video that was very popular about how much does a Pepsi vending machine make. I can post this list somewhere for sure. I'm happy to share it with everyone. I'll post both documents. But I think the thing to do is understand the type of content you make, and then understand how you can apply these titles, buzzwords, things, and put them to your content. Put your spin and put your twist on it. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned from doing this exercise is you want to generate emotion, whether that is curiosity. Well, you want people to be curious because you want people to click your video. I'm planning on doing more stuff like this because I do want to try and help people. So I was thinking of doing something where I might analyze like YouTube thumbnails, might analyze streamers. I was thinking of doing something like analyzing 100 streamers and picking one thing from every single one that I liked and then compiling a list like that. Then you can try and apply that list to your stream. This sort of thing.